Welcome, Aquarius. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, and I've pulled for you on this upcoming new moon in Aquarius, um, the Death card, or more equally titled, the Rebirth card. This is the new moon of the 29th of January, is really a time when you are viewing your entire life experience. You are growing your perspective to accommodate something new in your life. This can be a new project, a new employment, a new home. This can be a new literal birth in your life, particularly as a parent, if this is your first birth. Whatever it is that is new in your life, you have structured, you have released old patterns, beliefs, ideas about your physical and emotional, cultural, spiritual environment. That is all shifted in order to see things through new eyes, new reborn eyes. This is you moving forward from a much clearer sense of your own desire and willingness to achieve. So there's an idea here that you have released an old lifestyle and you are now seeing things anew. This is a general reading, Aquarius, so it isn't going to resonate for all of you. If you're interested in a personal reading, information for that is in the description box below. And for those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. In your 10th house, this is the house of your social identity, the way others see you, the Devil card. This is some mighty changes that you are engaged in right now. Not only are you releasing old patterns and beliefs and behaviors, but you're actually aligning those much in distinction from the status quo. You're doing things your own way, having come through the ranks of the tried and true, conforming to the rules, understanding the rules, but knowing that your role is as a rule breaker. You see the gaps, the omissions, the way that services are not meeting needs, and you address that. You address that through your consciousness and awareness of an abundant world where there is enough for everyone. You also address the powers that be that are limiting or unable to merge, quite often based on greed, into a new paradigm. And you're all about that paradigm being something that you are, in fact, willing to give structure to. This structure is embodied in your very life as you are resonating to newness in your environment, a new birth, a new project, a new home. In the first house, the Seven of Swords, this has come up so often at this particular time, and I do believe it is a result of Pluto's major transition out of Capricorn in November of last year into Aquarius, your sign. This is a huge social global phenomenon. This is impacting what the world needs and how we are addressing that and articulating that in this age of Aquarius. So you are really recognizing the limitations of your need to find approval or to seek understanding for those that have been critical of you, that don't take you seriously, that have in some way excluded or rejected you or your ideas in particular. And you understand that this, in some ways, is simply the cost of growth. As you grow beyond sometimes your former relationships and experiences in a way that is threatening to others. It's also a time where you're realizing that the opinions of others, their thoughts, their feedback is something you're willing to listen to, even if and when you can see through that feedback as being not intended to be constructive. And when you're understanding that you are being neglected, not seen, not heard because others don't understand you, or you evoke fears of releasing what we know to be part of our social rules and orders. Even if they're dysfunctional, we know what they are. This sort of takes us back to the devil we know, right? And so you have stopped allowing that to block you. You understand the source of your aid and support can come from other places, and you're fully able and willing to pursue those. But you are not allowing yourself to be stopped in your tracks by the ignorance or the disapproval of others. In the fourth house, the house of your home, your family, your foundation, this is the Ten of Swords, which is really putting a finality on your sense of foundation. This can literally be patterns from childhood that you have absolutely rejected. More than simply the patterns or behaviors, it is the beliefs that they're grounded on. And the Ten of Swords is making me, what comes through is the idea that there is enough for everyone. And part of our social order is that there's a limited amount of resources, and few get an excessive amount and most get not enough. And that is an underlying belief that merit will earn you the big bucks, the reward, the comfortable life, the excessive life, and that the rest of us just have to work hard and not receive even a sustainable living. And I'm not just talking about money, obviously, but I am talking about the belief underneath this system of ours is a fallacy, right? There is enough for everybody. We produce plenty so that there should be no hunger, no one uh, um, crashing because they need medical attention. Um, so it's really the structure underneath the old way that you are not only releasing, but you're actively realigning that to something different. In the seventh house, the house of your significant relationships, you have the Eight of Swords. And this is you doing a lot of thinking, a lot of churning. There are a lot of opinions about what you should be doing in your new environment, in your new job, in your new home, with your new children. And certainly the world is loaded with opinions. Many of those are the experiences of others. So when you keep that in mind, it can help you to relax in away from all the noise of others' opinions about what your behavior should be, and an ability to relax into your intuition, knowing what you know. You have a lot of experience that backs up who you are and why you do what you do. And that is really that place of just accepting that you not only are prepared and ready for this change, but that you have a lot of ideas. You've gleaned a lot of strategies and ways to move forward, but you don't have to overthink it. You can allow yourself to be in the flow of this newness. This will help you generate more imaginative and creative ideas about the alternatives available to you than the overwhelm of other people's ideas. If this reading is resonating for you, Aquarius, please like this video, please share this with others, and please subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. I really appreciate all the support that I get from all of you in order to continue to do my free readings. And I pull the humor card. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. I really love this sense of joy, ownership of your ability to be who you are. There's, I feel like you're releasing the shame of being different. For many of you, there has been this shame of being marginal, being excluded, being on the outside looking in, and just a sense of loneliness that you're really countering as you develop this fresh perspective that sees things differently than in the past. You actually understand that your gifts, your talents are necessary because your contribution is unique to you. And there's this joy in being radical, different, challenging, progressive, moving towards alternatives, considering alternatives that others just shrink from in fear. And so this is a beautiful way that you're just owning the lightness of your gifts, your experience, and your desire. I'm going to clarify the Seven of Swords in your first house with the Knight of Swords and the King of Pentacles. Yeah, you're absolutely focused on stability and security by way of the mastery of your craft. Whatever that means to you, if that's the willingness to work hard at something, of an idea of yours, a project of yours, you understand that it is important that you devote and apply your work ethic, discipline to whatever it is that you believe is going to stabilize and secure your world. You understand that's what anchors you in a sense of foundation and groundedness so that you're not swayed and pulled by every current that passes over you. The Knight of Swords is indicating, yeah, you're intent on continuing your particular gift of challenging the status quo, challenging assumptions that you have made and that you are aware others make. You're leading by curiosity, not judgment. You're not critical of the way others do what they do. You are simply moving through a curiosity of understanding that the way you may have seen things has been conditioned. And so if you're curious, you begin to investigate more about alternative ideas, your ideas that don't seem to fit in to your current environment or your past environments, really being open to talk about, discuss, learn about, grow, note, observe what others are doing in this regard so that you are becoming privy to more diverse experiences as a tool in your exploration. In the fourth house, the Ten of Swords is clarified by the Ten of Cups. Lucky you. This feels like two cards. No. And the Queen of Swords. Okay, so yeah, swords are your element. You are air. You are motivated by ideas, thoughts, the truth, justice, illumination, divine intervention. But you understand that the changes that you are making are towards a better experience, a better environment, a healthier, more balanced environment, rather than chasing the things we don't have, as we are so encouraged to do in our culture. You are recognizing the resources that you do have, that we have, that your community embodies, and creating an environment where those resources are shared, where it is safe to be vulnerable, to ask for help, and to give help in a way that is perceived as supportive, not directional. So you're not instructing others, you're giving help, you're giving wisdom. Sometimes you are a sounding board to others. But whatever you share as a community, that's what's being lifted up. That's what defines who you are, and that's what you realize others are hungry for, community. In the 7th house, the 8 of Swords is clarified again by the Devil card and the King of Swords. So we have a King, Queen, and Knight of Swords on the table. This always indicates a strong connection, a strong partnership in your life. There's a mentor, a partner, a spouse, a friend, a sibling, a boss, someone who provides you with clarity about the direction you're moving in, someone who is a thought partner, and that can be a romantic partner as well. But together you do the work of seeding new ideas, new initiatives. The Devil card is again focusing on the idea that your alignment, your desire to give structure to what is an alternative from the status quo is something you understand that will sustain this effort, so that you are understanding that a community has structure, whether it's an alternative community or a conventional community. Just because you're rejecting some of the ideas of the status quo doesn't mean you're rejecting all the tools. So this is not throwing out the baby with the bathwater, right? The structure you understand is important to not only identify goals, but to measure your progress along the way. So I do believe that you're committing to institutions and organizations that promote your beliefs and values. In the 10th house, the Devil card is clarified by the Knight of Cups and the 2 of Pentacles. There is such an opening of your heart, which is inclining me to believe that your family structure has been expanded in some way. Your relationship life is expanding in some way that allows you to relax into your uniqueness, that allows you to play with your differences, to another card that indicates you have a thought partner, a playmate, in the ideas that you believe are going to improve our experience in the world, that improve your environment, your working condition. And this is part of, I again believe, the big social transition, global transitions we're experiencing. This is releasing the old, taking the tools of the past and integrating them into visions of the future, the way things can literally work in the future world, in moving forward. How are we retrofitting the tools from the past, repurposing the tools? And it's a lot about process as well. So this idea to debate, to discuss, to challenge, to look at something and look at the pros and cons, to share ideas about that, understanding that you're part of a larger community, group, team that is weighing in and supporting this effort to improve the world. I'm going to finish this reading with a crystal oracle card, and I can't help but note that Aquarius, my readings for you always emphasize global movement forward into this brave new world. And I pulled for you the Libyan gold tektite gem, and the key word is manifestation. I manifest positive outcomes. What brilliant summary of your reading. Thank you, Aquarius. Until next time, namaste.